So how you guys doing? Welcome to the Valleycast, everybody.
Hello!
It's been a bit since it's just been your three old crazy uncles. We have Sans
the new
Kevin,
name of the podcast.
Three old
crazy uncles.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes. I think it starts with your show.
It's been a bit. Elliott, you kind of went on a fun romp recently, and we're going to talk about that now.
I'm really excited to hear about it.
What'd you do this weekend, Elliott? Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Gosh, this is such an honor to be here, first of all.
It's an honor to have you.
I'd like to say thank you to your handlers. They made it so easy. Usually when you reach out to somebody's team, it's like a bunch of hoops and rigmarole. Right. It was just like straight there. It wasn't like I was going through a third party. It was like I was talking to you directly. And here we are. It was nice.
Good. I'm really, really glad to hear that, man. I've always set out to make it so that my people don't come off like I'm unapproachable or somehow behind, a fortress.
So well done.
Yeah,
not
that
great.
I'll let them know.
Refreshing, even.
I heard that you're sharing the same PR team that works with Toby Turner. Oh,
Toby Turner. Yeah, and Toby Turner. Pete Davidson, me, and Toby Turner all have the same PR.
Yeah, it's a good team.
Yep.
Hey, wait, before you say anything, can we say really quick shout out to Sugar Pine 7? Did you guys see what happened?
No, I don't know anything about it.
There's a new video.
Just to see what happened. Oh, they dropped a new video? I didn't even know.
They dropped a new video, and it's 30 minutes long, and it's Kib and James kind of like reminiscing, and like they go to the old office, and it's like really emotional.
Cool.
And yeah.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, you guys should check that out. Shout out to the Sugar. I don't think Steve is not involved, it looks like, though.
I work with Autumn on a daily basis now, and she's wonderful and talented beyond all belief, and I love her.
Love Autumn so
Seems
much.
Like such a sweet. I wish I knew her better.
She's such a powerhouse, man. And I just remember, like, she was so fun to work with. Like, right away, she got it, and she's, like, so smart. And she's real good. I miss her a lot. I took advantage of the situation of her just being there every day and
it's
being
always
an
funny
editor.
When you start a sentence. Sometimes the way you never know.
I took advantage of
a little bit of a.
You really take it.
That woke me up.
Is that the wrong way to say it?
I saw Elliott and my head just go, huh?
What was the correct term to use there?
You got it there.
What's the thing where you're like, stolen time, like you wasted time, like you know what I'm trying to say?
I indulged.
No, there's a really common way of saying.
That's even creepier.
There's a common way of saying that you kind of like ignored the good, like you ignored those moments for being like really seminal.
You took it for granted.
Took it for granted, not advantage. Very close, very close.
Look, when I worked with Autumn, I would like murder her. Do you guys know what I'm saying?
I would like murder her. Stress because we work together so well.
Steve, the image of you trying to remember a very popular phrase while tapping your weed pen against your head is really
with this fucking webcam that I need to get a new one of because it keeps turning me into Violet from
You're turning Violet, Violet.
But you look like you hacked into this podcast.
Anyway, so yeah, shout out to Sugar Pine, shout out to Autumn. Elliott, what'd you do this weekend?
I'm excited to see that video. I went to Las Vegas, Steve. I left on Friday. We took Spirit Airlines. Grace
how was that?
Wonderful. Very smooth. Had a great time. I was sandwiched between two of the largest people I've ever been sandwiched on in a plane before. And that was fun and exciting.
Was it uncomfortable or were you okay?
It was pretty uncomfortable. It was pretty uncomfortable.
You and Grace, you didn't get to sit next to each other?
Nope. Grace decided that she was gonna upgrade us. She was like, I'm gonna bid on the front seats because you bid on Spirit like you're on eBay. And then if you don't get it, they will not let you sit together. They'll just take you and put you in two different seats entirely. And then she got the middle and I got the window. I was like, I'll take the middle because it was, being nice. And then it was just
ended
like
up in a 1997 Farrelly Brothers film.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In the moment I put in my earpods because I was like, this will be fine. It's a half-hour flight, no big deal. The moment I put in my earpods, this giant man to my left, a very nice guy, probably in his 60s, You like those, huh? You like the AirPods? I don't know how you ever get the AirPods because the AirPods, I feel like I would never lose them. Yeah, at one point, and then I was like, yeah, I like these. You know, they got like noise canceling, which is nice on a plane. And he goes, well, I'll let you know if a fire breaks out. And then he takes his big hand and he just sort of smacks me on the shoulder like 6 times. And I was like, this is gonna be a journey.
Did the soundtrack go?
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, I'll let you know if a fire breaks out. Hey, you want to meet my puppet?
Yeah, exactly. Like, where do you live? I live on an avocado farm. And I was like, that's great. Do you like avocados? I didn't know what. I was like, and then he was reading a book that said, why does your life suck? And I was like, he was like, my brother-in-law wrote this. He gave it to me. So I guess you know, my life sucks. And I was like, well, have you figured out why your life sucks? And he was like, no, but I'm hoping by the end of the flight I will. And I was like, ha!
Anyway, I gotta go to the bathroom.
So your brother wrote that book, huh? Yeah, he says it's a first edition, copy 1 of 1. He's not going to make it anymore. I don't understand what's going on. Did you meet my puppet?
It was a good omen. And then everything went very smoothly. We get there, we go to the hotel. We stayed at Resorts World. When was the last time you guys were in Vegas?
I went last year.
You know Resorts World, that really new place on the Strip. It's got like 3 resorts on it.
Yeah.
So we stayed there. Wonderful place. Played ponies. Converted Mamrie and Chip to playing the ponies game, and so they got
the ponies.
You
guys love those damn.
Did
ponies.
you win on the ponies?
We did pretty well. But the ponies were very good to us.
Oh,
I would say broke even, which is pretty good for hours of play. And I'd say over the weekend lost probably maybe $100 maybe.
Oh, that's not
pretty
bad.
good. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Converted them, screamed at the ponies for hours, went out to dinner, wonderful restaurant, and then woke up the next day. I had class on Saturday, so I did 2 hours of class while looking out the window at all of the strips and
you had class
right across from Trump Hotel, and it was very surreal and weird. And it was like, couldn't be in a more different, situation. And then went and saw Katy Perry at night. And Katy Perry, I would just like to say, is a wonderful show woman, and she put on an excellent show. There were a few strange moments. I think you guys would have enjoyed the show very much. It's very campy. And I believe you would have seen by this point a clip of a song in which she is singing California Girls, duetting with a giant turd that sticks out of a giant toilet. A giant toilet, and sings along with her.
I didn't see this. What?
So, Joe, look at Elliott's story right now while I ask some questions. So Katy Perry just started her residency in Vegas, right? Like, did she just start?
It's not apparently a residency, but it did get extended. Yeah, I thought it was a residency. It's only like 3 weeks, and then they're bringing it back, I guess, in August or something like that.
Because it was so popular.
Yeah, and it was very popular. It was placed.
Whoa! Look at that big hand taking her down.
It looks like a Broadway show, kind of.
It's really incredible. Like it's truly a spectacle, and it's got 5 acts, and it follows like a Toy Story theme where there's interstitials, and she gets dumped into like a giant trash can. And she gets dumped into a toilet, and it's always making fun of herself. Very good.
Never taking herself too seriously.
That's a giant turd.
That's a giant
and it's
turd.
Singing, and it's got corn on it. It looks like.
She also later does a duet with a giant puppeteered mask, like a surgical mask, like a COVID mask, and has a whole this mask has like a bad stand-up bit. And so there's like a puppet, Matt, and she's like, "You're done. You're retired. Like, we're not doing thank you for your time and thank you for your service." And we were like, "This is really, really weird, and we don't understand."
It got political at the end.
It got political right at the beginning, dude. It was
it was the beginning.
Well, no, that was at the end, but it really got political. And the third song she's singing, maybe fourth, in the middle of the first words that come out of her mouth to the audience, she goes, she's singing never gonna back down, never, it's not the end of the world, or not the end of the world.
Sure.
And she just right in the middle of it goes, "Clap for Ukraine." And everyone just clapped for Ukraine because everyone was told to. And it was like, this is a strange
Did you
thing
feel
to do.
good?
And
about
then
clapping for Ukraine.
I felt confused. I really did.
Yeah.
And nothing
did you feel like
against
you were
not
doing
wanting to-
something by doing that?
I exactly, yeah. I was like, do you
Do you feel like you helped, Elliott?
Did you feel like that helped at all?
Yeah, well, try clapping for Ukraine and see if you feel like you're doing anything.
That's like saying
While clap for Ukraine while sitting at a Katy Perry concert in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I got like a beer and a little bit of weed pen, and I'm sitting there, okay, I guess I'll just clap for. Yeah, it's the most decadent, over the top thing in the world.
Do you think someone on her team was like, you got to at least mention Ukraine somehow?
It seems like that.
And she's like, I'll throw it in somewhere.
And while it's happening, these tiny army men come out, like, like Toy Story army men. But the army men are dressed in, instead of like rockets on their backs, they have giant Crayola crayons. And they're carrying, instead of guns, little tiny hair combs over their heads. And so it's this like really, really surreal. It's bonkers. Yeah. And it's very fun.
Here's what I want to say.
Very confusing at times.
This is what I want to say about Katy Perry really quick. I think she's fantastic. I think she's an amazing artist.
I agree 100%, especially because I'm watching American Idol again.
Oh, she's so good. I mean, she's obviously kind of annoying sometimes, and she's like a little cringy sometimes, but I think she's such an amazing artist, and she's so great. And I think, she probably had a lot to do with the design of that show, but I'd like to think that there was someone who like... They were pitching her Vegas show, and they're like, you've got this big toilet, and then this turd comes out, and it just goes, and then it shits all over you. What do you think, Katy?
Yep.
And then she goes, let's change that up a little bit. How about it sings with me, and it's a puppet?
Yep. And if you look close enough, there's a corn that for the tooth. A giant corn that didn't get digested that they make a note about. It's really pretty great.
So I think she's like so fun, and she does a lot of fun shit, and I really like her. So that's the kind of show that I would probably go see.
I highly recommend it. It was entertaining the whole time. Confusing
you can't
and
you can't rag on her because it's like
no
other I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Go for it, buddy.
You guys. No other pop diva.
The floor is yours.
No other pop diva has had a singing, life-enabled piece of shit emerge from a toilet and duet with her on the stage. I would go out on a limb and say that no other diva has done that.
Yeah.
Wait, here it comes. Hey, Joe just dropped a hot take bomb.
I thought that was the turd going into the toilet.
She played Conker's Bad Fur Day back in the day.
Hot take bomb? Oh, you're talking about Katy Perry.
Katy Perry played Conker's Bad Fur Day back in the day. The Great Mighty Pooh. I'm just saying, the Great Mighty Pooh.
Oh, that's right.
Check it out. Corn for teeth.
That's right.
Pop culture moment. Sorry, Elliot, go on.
No, it was just to add, just so you know what kind of magic, if you decide to go, it's worth it, because not only does she duet with the turd during California Girls, which is one of her biggest hits.
Yeah.
She also, at the end of that, finally introduces herself to the crowd. And then as everyone cheers, she immediately goes, are you guys really like happy to see me, or are you happy to see the giant turd, or whatever it is? And then they go back and forth as like a play. And then it's just like, this is
like
this
the turd pops out and people cheer and stuff.
Yeah,
and then she
like it's a Smothers Brothers routine.
Yeah.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Exactly. That's what it was. Yeah.
You're so corny.
Yeah. And then Grace and I were talking before the show, and then definitely a little bit afterward, about how it's like when you think about Katy Perry and Taylor Swift, it's like Katy Perry writes songs where she knows that she's kind of making fun of young people, and Taylor Swift writes songs as though this is the deepest thing that's ever happened. And I turned to Grace during that moment, and I was like, imagine for one moment that Taylor Swift in one of her concerts had a giant turd come out that she started singing with. It would never happen.
Well, I was thinking about Lady Gaga, because Lady Gaga does weird shit in her
Lady Gaga would do it.
But I don't think she would do it in a cartoony way. She'd do it in a gross, like she's covered in poop kind of way. And her dress has all these little plastic turds all over it and stuff.
Yep.
It's just a metaphor for like, I feel like
it's
shit.
not a joke. Yeah. Like I saw a TikTok.
Yeah, it's actually has a purpose.
And it's like an art. It's like, she's trying to, exactly. She's being artsy. She's trying to be thought provoking.
I will say, Joe, this morning, I did go and spend your $20.
And because look, man, you haven't texted me, so all I can assume is that you either bombed, probably not, because we're lucky, or it was such a big fucking hit that you wanted to tell me in person. Here we go. How rich am I?
That's the sound. That was the sound.
That represents what happened to the $20.
And that was it right there. This is the machine. I took proof to show you of what I put in.
Wonka.
The machine.
Willy Wonka.
Lost it all immediately.
Damn it.
But I did not lose all of it. I can Venmo you back 50 cents that I have remaining.
Whoa.
Let it ride. Let it ride, baby.
Yeah. You gotta let it ride. You gotta let it ride.
Next time I'll do horses for you, and then you'll be good to go.
Here's the thing, Elliott. I appreciate you taking my $20 and taking it for a ride, because I know deep down, I bet you felt a little bad that you didn't win for me.
Absolutely.
I bet it was disappointing.
But you know what would have made me feel worse is if you'd have won like the running jackpot of $200,000, and not telling you that for years would be really tough. It'd be like, I guess I'll spend Joe's 20 at the next one. But I did think about that. Like, what if I won so much money on Joe's $20? I was like, do I have the moral integrity?
What do you think?
What do you think you would have done?
You'd have to keep
Elliott?
it to yourself.
I think I would have kept it to myself.
You gotta keep it to yourself.
I would have played your $20 till I lost it, even if I walked away.
You know what I would have done?
Oh man,
I would have been like, I'm gonna buy you something that doesn't seem too expensive, but it's like, here's what
you guys suck.
Here's what you get from the $20 you gave me. I bought you something.
Anyway, you're never going to see me again.
If it was like, what are we talking here? Well, how much money are we talking here?
$200,000.
Oh yeah, I'd give you some. I missed the 200,000 part. What do you expect? All of it? What did you expect?
It was my $20 to play for me.
Wait. No, you don't expect all of it.
Would you expect all of it? That's a great question.
Would you expect all of it, Joe?
I would expect honesty, and then I would expect you to expect a cut. But not the majority of it.
Yeah, you can't have all of it, and you're not going to get the majority of it.
No, see, this is why I would take all of it and never.
Right?
This is where it gets complicated.
Logistics.
I care about our friendship so much that I can't make it an issue. And I
just take it all.
Okay,
you know what? I appreciate you guys taking the burden of the money that I want.
Okay, Joe. What if you gave me $20 and I went to Vegas, and then I came back and I was like, hey, can we go for a hike or something this weekend? I want to let's go. Let's you and me go for a hike.
I love hikes. Like, man, it's been a while since we went on a hike. Let's do it. Let's
do it. Okay. And then we show up in the parking lot, and I go and we go have a really pleasant walk, and it's a whole thing. And then we go back.
This was a really nice hike there. Like the elevation change was like gradual, which was really good. And it wasn't too hot. The weather was nice. And
the
we got
wind
back.
was a little crazy, but I liked it.
Right. The Santa Anas. But like it's
Santa Ana's go, baby. All bets are off.
They just come blowing in, and you never know what's gonna happen.
You guys know that line? Hold on. You know that line from The Holiday that Jack Black says is arguably the worst line in movie history?
Are you sure? Because there's a few of them. What is it?
As he Googles it.
I say it all the time. The wind. Legend has it, when Santa Anas blow, all bets are off. Anything can happen. Legend has it, when Santa Anas blow, all bets are off. Anything can happen.
I am a Jack Black lover.
Jack Black stan.
I would say apologist when I need to be, but he is so out of fucking place in that movie, and I don't believe how many people are on board with it.
Yeah, you think so?
He knew it. He knew it too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He was cast because the director really likes him.
And they were trying to put him in a rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was an A-lister at the time, and they were putting him in everything.
And I love it because I love him, but I'm also cognizant enough to know that when I'm watching it, he's like opposite fucking Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right.
Okay, so we're in the parking lot, and we're saying goodbye. and I go,
we're
hey,
skipping
man.
we're skipping the donuts. We're not getting donuts after this.
No, I gotta go. We've done enough. I gotta go.
Okay, I'll get donuts on my own.
I got shit to do. Wait, if you're gonna get donuts, I'll come with you.
Okay, so we got donuts.
Fine, so we go get donuts. Now we're getting donuts, and now we're hanging out at the donut place, and we're saying goodbye.
What donut place?
Well, now I'm gonna go to the antique mall. Are you gonna come to the antique mall?
I mean, is it? Yeah, well, yeah.
It's really close to the donut place.
Yes. But here, let me order a couple more donuts because I know my kids and my wife
that's a great idea.
They'd be angry if I didn't bring back donuts. So.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got donuts now, and now we're post antique mall.
Now we're good.
Joe's really chewing up your day here, Steve.
He really is. I'm starting to reconsider the check I'm about to give him.
I didn't bring up the antique mall. This isn't fair.
Okay, so we go to we're parting ways, and I say, hey man. Do you remember that $20 you gave me for Vegas?
Yeah, dude, how'd it go? I didn't expect
it went pretty well. And so I wanted to give you this, and I wanted to say thank you because that's awesome. And you open up the check, it's like a check or a card or whatever, and you open it up, and the check amount is 10 grand.
Oh my God, 10 grand? This is crazy. Dude. So how much can I give you? Wait, hold on.
You stop.
You just gave me 10 grand.
Hold on, buddy. This is 10 grand for you, and this is my only caveat, or I will take it back right now. I will never tell you how much I got.
Well, okay. Well,
is 10 grand enough? Would that drive you crazy? Would it drive you crazy?
Here's what's driving me crazy. You handed me the envelope and you said thank you to me.
Yeah, I said thanks for the $20.
You said thank you, and you handed me 10 grand, which makes me wonder what?
Mm-hmm.
but we were just talking about how if you won 200 grand, if you won 200K, you would expect if I won 200K from $20 you gave me, you would expect a piece of it, not most of it, not all of it.
Oh no, I would expect the majority.
You would expect the majority?
I gave you $20 for a bet for me.
It wasn't like here's for your birthday or something. It wasn't like it's literally just like, hey man, here's $20. Oh, okay, all right.
Wait, Steve, did you think I went to Vegas and Joe just gave me $20?
I thought it was just like, hey man, I missed a birthday. Here's $20. Play a slot.
If any of my grown adult friends ever gives me $20 for my birthday, I will be more confused than I've ever been in my whole life.
What? But for Vegas? Because it's like, I want to get you something for your birthday, but money in Vegas is fun. So here's $20.
$20. All right, Steve, to answer your question, if I gave you $23 as a friend and you gave me $10,000 in return, hell yeah, right? I'm fine.
Right?
I'm so
That's
fine.
what I'm saying. Okay, but you're like, place this bet for me? Yeah. Okay, well then, yeah, you're getting the majority, but I'm definitely taking a piece of it.
See, in my plan, this conversation never has to happen.
So let's say, Joe.
I just have to deal with guilt. I can deal with guilt.
Wait, new scenario. So let's say you gave me the $20 and you said, play this for me. I win $200,000.
Yeah.
Would you? I guess I might take more than 10 grand out of that.
See, I would be like Joe Venmo'd me $20. Okay, so that $20 technically was sitting in the Venmo, and then I deducted that $20 from money I already had.
Yeah,
which allows me to go. Technically, this is still my money.
Yeah.
However, that is such bullshit, and that is so mean. And this is all in good fun. Yeah, and we both know that if I won a bunch of money using somebody else's money, I would probably eventually tell you.
Eventually,
everything gets
eventually.
Weird.
Well, because Elliott, like, let's say you win $200,000.
No, that's not the question. Here's the question. Because because I want you guys to know. Fuck you, but also I agree with you. Where's the
I know, right?
Where's the threshold? What is the monetary threshold of I'm gonna give my friend 100% of the thing that he won?
I know, yeah. Well, if it's 500, $500, if it's $500, I'm like, you're getting all of that. I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
500.
Yeah. I think that's fair and reasonable.
If it's 1,000, I'm taking $50.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. If it's
I'm gonna have
1,000,
dinner. I'm gonna get
if it's
dinner.
1,000, I'm buying a lot of people drinks and not telling them where I got it.
Yeah,
And
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Joe, you did good because there is something to be said. I chose the machine, and I was there.
Totally. And you're
it's
there.
Called labor. It's
You're
called
there.
labor.
Like you go and do your own.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
What happens?
You go see Katy Perry, Joe.
What happens if you accidentally win a Tesla on my $20?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Then you're getting that gets complicated. We were there during the motor convention, and that could have happened.
Do I get my Tesla?
Okay, question.
They were throwing Teslas out.
Question. Okay, hold on. Let's say I go to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And Joe, you give me $20 and you're like, play my $20 somewhere.
Hey, Steve, this was a great hike. Thanks for getting donuts with me. The antique farm was fucking awesome.
You know what, man? Go ahead.
I hear you're going to Vegas. I want to let $20 ride. Will you let $20 ride for me?
No, because I just realized that I think it's a piece of shit move to be like, take my money and do something for me and then give it to me if you win.
Wait, now you're giving up?
Now I'm out. I'm out completely. Who puts someone in that position? Who puts someone in that position?
I offer.
Okay, well, if you offer, do you want me to?
I did it for Pete, and it worked out really well. He won like $80
It
was roulette.
You should have split that with me and Pete.
This is one of those things that men do that I don't relate to, like cigar smoking and watching sports. It's the hey man, you want me to put $20 on red for you?
Yep.
Like that's a man thing I don't participate in, I guess.
Technically, it's Red Snake, but yeah. Same
but okay. So let's change the scenario. Joe, we've gone to donuts. We've gone to the antique mall.
It's been a great day.
Joe, I'm going to Vegas.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to give me some money to play for you?
Yes.
Okay, great. Give me. What are you gonna give me? What are you gonna give me?
Here's $20.
Great, thanks, buddy. Okay, so I take your $20. I go to Vegas. I have a great time. I win a Tesla. Okay.
On my $20.
Hold on. I come back from Vegas and I go, guys. In fact, I just take a picture in front of a Tesla and I send it to you guys in the Brain Trust thread and go, we have a text thread with Kevin. And I just put a picture of me in a Tesla and I go, look what I just got in Vegas. And then you guys are freaking out. What the fuck? You buy a Tesla?
Tesla?
No, I won it. And that's that.
Congrats, Steve.
Thanks,
no more
man.
questions.
No more questions. Goodbye. And then when you're like, how'd you win it? And I go, I put $20 into a thing and I won a Tesla. And then you're like, was that my $20?
I put a...
Wait, was that my $20? What are you talking about? Oh, I forgot you gave me $20. No, that wasn't your $20. Anyway,
wasn't your $20.
No, I just put $20 in. Anyway, so I won a Tesla. It's fucking awesome, right?
100%. I would believe you, and I would let you be fine with your Tesla.
But
so
would it eat you up inside?
Not at all. Swear
would you
to God.
be like, that motherfucker won a Tesla on my $20?
I'd go, what'd you do with my $20? And then you'd be like, you'd have to come up with a story, and I believe you. But I think we just realized if we ever give each other $20 from here on out, we have to just like FaceTime each other.
Oh yeah, and be like, "This is your 20.
Here's your 20.
Here it is going into this machine."
That's what I was doing with those photos. I wanted to, because I knew. Honestly, I had the thought that if I didn't
what the
document,
fuck? Someone's like drilling outside my door, and it scared the shit out of me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, this podcast is sponsored by HelloFresh. And what is HelloFresh? Well, let me tell you. I'll read this part verbatim. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Yeah? Yeah. Do you want to save time and stress? Do you like delicious and nutritious variety? Do you like a sustainable way to eat? Flexibility to make your life easy? HelloFresh does that for you on the weekly, the daily if you want. HelloFresh delivers pre-portioned ingredients to your door, including farm-fresh produce that arrives within a week. So you get convenience without skipping on quality. You get to skip the trips to the grocery store. Contactless delivery. It's great. We've done it here at the Beretta household a number of times, and it makes you feel, I've said this before, it makes you feel like a kitchen wizard, that you know what you're doing. The step-by-step recipes with all the ingredients that you get to chop up and do in real time on your own makes you feel like you're learning while you're cooking. And it also expands the palate, not just for myself, but it expanded the palate for my children as well. They have gluten-free options, which is important for my household. It's been real nice to do. HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal of the same quality, and you can save on average over $65 per month when you order HelloFresh instead of grocery shopping. That's good. That's money back in your pocket. Boom. And there's another thing that I thought was really cool that I want to read to you right now when it comes to sustainability. HelloFresh is the first carbon-neutral meal kit, offsetting 100% of carbon emissions. So as a result, HelloFresh's carbon footprint is 25% lower than store-bought grocery-made meals. Source, University of Michigan. Gotta love the University of Michigan. Not as much as you gotta love Gonzaga. Go Zags. So, today, hold on, scroll down. If you go to HelloFresh.com/Valleycast16 and use code Valleycast16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts, it's gonna make your life better. Yeah. Go to HelloFresh.com/Valleycast16 and use code Valleycast16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. America's #1 meal kit, everybody. I think you should give it a shot. Go be a kitchen wizard. All right, now we're going to talk about Stamps.com. Ooh. Look, when you run a small business like we do, the word small isn't fair because your business is your world. It feels big all the time, and you're looking for ways to save time, and you're looking for ways to save money. So that's why you find services like Stamps.com. You know, they're going to save both time and money, and you're not going to waste either with repeated trips to the post office. With Stamps.com, you can skip the trip and focus on how to take your small business to the next level. And not just your business, you could use this at home as well for your everyday life, because do you like convenience? That's what we're talking about right now. Stamps.com lets you print official postage right from your computer and saves you money in the process, so you can spend less time at the post office and more time making your customers happy. Stamps.com for more than 20 years has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses, including ours. It's made a lot of things easier. Stamps.com gives you access to all the post office and UPS shipping services that you need right from your computer, and you get discounts you can't find anywhere else, like up to 40% off USPS rates and 76% off UPS, which, again, if you like diddling with insane numbers, that's what we're talking about right now. 76% is stupid. Whether you're an office sending invoices, a side hustle Etsy shop, or a full-blown warehouse shipping out orders, Stamps.com will make your life easier. All you need is a computer and a standard printer, no special supplies or equipment. You just gotta make sure your printer works, hashtag printer life. You're up and running in minutes, printing official postage for any letter, any package, anywhere you want to send. Like I said, convenience. So stop overpaying for shipping with Stamps.com. Sign up with promo code ValleyCast for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter the code ValleyCast. One more time, that's promo code ValleyCast for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Enter code ValleyCast at Stamps.com. Click the microphone at the top of the page, and boom, you're in. Saving time, saving money, and doing the tango with convenience. Ooh, I gave you food, made your life better, and then I gave you stamps and made your life better, and now I'm going to give your life an upgrade with a better checking account. Kick off 2022 with a better checking account with no monthly fees. Chime, an award-winning app and debit card, has no overdraft fees, foreign transaction fees, monthly fees, or service fees. With over 60,000 fee-free in-network ATMs at many locations like, let's see if you heard of these, Walgreens, yeah, 7-Eleven, been there, CVS, you can access all of your money when you need it, where you need it. Got it? You can also send money to anyone, even if they aren't on Chime. Well, that's a convenience that we all need in our lives. Fee-free for you and no cash-out fees for them. That's dope. So if this sounds like something you'd like to try, make your first good decision of the new year and join over 10 million people using Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. So to get started and give this a shot, go to chime.com/valleycast. That's chime.com/valleycast and check it out. Oh, check it out. It's a fun little play on words there. And this is the mandatory disclosure part. Are you ready? I'm going to do it in a different voice.
Banking services provided by and debit card issued by the bank or bank. I'll do that again. Let me start over. Banking services provided by and debit card issued by Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank N.A., members FDIC. Get fee-free transactions at any MoneyPass ATM in a 7-Eleven location and at any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. Otherwise, out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. Sometimes pay anyone instant transfers can be delayed. The receipt must be a valid debit card or be a Chime member to claim funds. That is chime.com/Valleycast.
I did it.
Are you okay, Steve?
No, I just got real scared. I didn't know where that sound was coming from. And sorry, Ellie, go ahead, man. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta document it, because if I ended up winning, I know that I have to paint myself into an ethics corner to get you this money. And so I did the same thing with Pete. I sent him photos of it to be like, look and see, this is what I'm doing.
So those photos will just go into your recycle bin if you win.
Yeah, and then I'll go to the recently deleted and I'll double delete them.
But you have them just in case it doesn't work out.
Yep.
And you want to prove that that's what happened to the money. Dude, that's so funny. There should be a movie like that. Where like a friend goes and gives them a $20 bill. They use that $20 bill to win a crazy amount of money, and then they try to hide the winning from the friend, but they do all this rich guy stuff, and they're like, how the fuck you get rich all of a sudden?
I guarantee there's already been a lawsuit or 10.
I'm sure of it.
That covers it. There was a post about something about a lady winning the lottery on Reddit like 2 days ago. Did you see that?
No.
It was just like, it's supposed to make your life better, but then it doesn't. And she had to go through like 2 lawsuits and then 3 other things.
There's documentaries about people winning the lottery that are very interesting, that kind of go into the horrors of it. It's real crazy. Like people like lose family members and like it tears relationships apart. And stuff.
You can't win it anonymously.
Yeah. It'd be hell.
Yeah, Joe.
Is it worth winning? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Well, that's why I love it when people win the lottery and you see the like photo of them signing the paperwork and they're wearing like a mask. They're wearing like a monster mask.
I swear to God, I would do that. Yeah. I would do that.
I love it so much because it's like, absolutely. You don't want anybody to know who the fuck you are. You don't want your family to know.
Nope.
You don't want anybody to know. If I learned anything from those horror stories about people winning the lottery, it's that you need to keep your fucking mouth shut about it.
Yep.
Yeah, and that gets hard after a certain amount of millions. Yeah. With those crazy mega millions that are like $300 million or something. You can't keep that a secret.
Right.
Nope. And there's very few states that let most of them, I think you have to identify yourself so they can have their publicity moment. Oh, yeah. Is that the drill?
Same with the casinos. Same with the slot machines. they'll take your picture next to the slot machine. I don't know if it's required though.
Wow. What's the most you've won in a moment, whether it be Vegas or a scratch ticket or something like that you can recollect? Because I've never had like, you won 1,000
on a roulette game. Yeah, roulette. It was when that Vegas trip with Sarah's
for her birthday.
You won 1,000 on roulette in one go?
When I wasn't even looking. I don't even know what I did. I just know that when I looked at it, I had won, I think like closer to $1,100.
How much did you put down?
I probably put in not much, maybe 40, 50, something like that. So
you hit the number. You hit the number exact.
I put 40, 50, yeah. And then I think I'd hit a couple. I think I was doing like just random, but I don't know what I did.
So you were like 40 on black, 50 on red, like
there's
something
no
like
way
that.
There's no way I was playing that high. That would.
But you gotta if you want to win. Sometimes
or it was
you gotta.
the double greens or something. The double.
Yeah, you hit something super specific.
Or I think it may have been a side bet. I don't know because there's no way I put down more than like $20. I would never ever. I mean, even that I can't imagine doing.
Okay,
I'll do it for like $4 or $5.
Wait! I don't want to.
Also, Joe, now that you reminded me, I do owe you $140,000.
Yes, I knew it.
But he's only giving you a portion.
Yeah.
You know what? Whatever
I owe you the rest.
At this point, it feels like whatever I can get is gravy. So please.
Yeah.
What if I was like, Joe, I won $500,000 on your $20 bill. Okay, I'm coming clean with you. I'm telling you. I'm going to pay you that money in increments every year for the next 25 years. By the way, check out this Tesla I got.
Joe, I've made enough money off of your $20 bill that I can now afford to lose this friendship. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hey. Okay, so I have to tell you guys this because I forgot about this. And Elliott, I think you're going to find this very interesting.
Okay.
I think the most I've ever won might have been like $300 on a slot machine or something.
That's pretty good.
Really great.
That was awesome. It was it was like a Ghostbusters slot machine, and then forever I played that machine and have already gone into the negative. At this point.
It's because it took a picture of your face when you were playing.
I know, and they're like,
advanced technology.
I bet it did.
Exactly. Okay. I was at a Star Trek event recently. That's not the important part.
Geek.
And there were
pussy.
Got him.
Nerd. Communist.
I wish capital. Man, that's another sketch we could do. Capitalist bullies.
Oh my god, dude, that's really funny. The compliment bullies became the capitalist bullies.
Communist.
Okay, Eggs is like super intelligent in this iteration, and he has a lot to say. Okay, so I was at the Star Trek event, and there were NASA scientists there, like JPL. You guys know Bobek?
Were they just heckling all the fictional scientists?
They love they love Star Trek. I'll tell you that much. NASA scientists love Star Trek. And that's why they were there, I think. They were invited because
was the name drop that you just dropped, the guy with the hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So him and his friend are both JPL NASA scientists, and we were talking about stuff. And I asked the other guy, I was like, let's talk about aliens, man. I was like, I know everyone wants to talk to you guys about aliens.
Let's cut to the chase.
Let's cut the bullshit here.
What do you know? What do you know?
The small talk. Tell me everything
You're
you know.
a scientist. We're at a Star Trek event.
Yeah. But man, I was like, we just got to get into it. Let's just talk. I remember distinctly at one point, I looked over at my friend and I was like, wait a minute. There's NASA scientists here at this party and we're not asking them about aliens. What are we doing? Let's go talk to these NASA scientists about aliens. So this scientist, I forgot his name, proceeded to tell me that there's like almost no chance that aliens exist.
No.
No.
And
first of all, what does he know?
And first of all, who does he think he is? Does he think he's some rocket scientist?
Yeah,
This guy, what is he, a rocket scientist? But no, he is a rocket scientist, and and he said if they do exist, there's no way we've seen them or would be able to detect them or even perceive them.
well, okay.
That's
Is he talking about? Did he say? He's talking about the
like
Fermi
some short-sighted
paradox?
earthly thinking. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, he was saying like, man, we have such 4K film technology, and like everyone has a really high quality camera in so many parts of the world just in their pockets, and we still don't have like anything.
I agree with that
And
assessment.
he was saying the stuff that we see that's like from jets and things like that, he's like, are kind of just like, you know, technology being tested out.
It's like, it's the radio, it's the malfunctioning of the systems. But did that guy talk to the guy next to me on the plane to Vegas who said that when he saw David Copperfield, that a giant UFO appeared above the crowd and a baby alien came out that also talked and did magic? Did you know about that? Maybe you should go check that out.
Damn, maybe he doesn't know about that.
Yeah, I think maybe that might rock his world.
Maybe he doesn't know that happened.
Yeah, I don't think aliens are traveling here, but from another planet. But I do think that if you see people like David Copperfield, it doesn't. I mean, who you trust? Like a scientist or a magician?
I mean, truly,
You know
there
what I
are a
mean?
lot of like Chris Angel, David Copperfield. Like they're
Yeah.
all amazing. Magic is real. I'm not debating
Carrot
that.
Top.
Yeah, Katy Perry. Does this guy not believe in singing,
TURD
dancing
singer.
turds? Yeah.
But it was so interesting because I mean, he's like, you know, we like look for life on other planets and stuff, and we like it's like part of what we do, like, we just, you know, we find organisms and we find water or whatever, and we find like little things here and there, but. He's like, if anything was capable of the speed of going faster than the speed of light to travel beyond what our telescopes can perceive of distant galaxies and shit. If there are beings that live beyond our, you know, radar detection, our fucking telescope detection, and they can go faster than the speed of light, then he's like, then we'll never see them. And they probably treat our planet like a quarantine zone. Like, don't go there, don't look at it, don't like, you know. And they also probably keep us from even going to space to go further than we should go. And you know, might try to stop us because we're like destructive.
I don't agree with his self-hate. That's some deep self-hatred. I would agree with the fact that if there are other interplanetary species that are able to do what he says they could do, the percentage of them knowing that we exist or traveling to our solar system and or planet are so microscopic that there could be like trillions of species that are capable of doing this, but space is so vast, and there's so many destinations that like we could just be crisscrossing and
we just might never
ever
be found by those species, or those aliens,
which is a different like twist on the Fermi paradox, right?
Yeah, but both I think are staying within they call it the nuts and bolts theory of UFOs, which assumes that these things are beholden to the laws of physics that we know about, whereas the other theories that I like more are the ones where it's tied to consciousness and people are seeing things outside of their brain. That I think is way more interesting.
Ooh, I love
especially
that.
Like the mass sightings and stuff. There was just one in Ireland a couple weeks ago. A bunch of people saw the same thing.
Excuse me while I Google.
They're all described the same way. I think this one was like a V shape or like a triangle shape.
Cool.
But the fact that they see the same thing and they describe it the exact same way, I just think is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But I also think 99.9% of them are explainable by regular explanations.
Yeah.
But I like a little bit, a little room for magic.
Well, I was saying like to the NASA guy, I was like, okay, sure. So let's say
hey NASA guy.
Hey NASA guy.
Okay,
let me tell you
man.
what my broken brain thinks.
Hey NASA guy. I'm a YouTube guy.
Dude.
Let's talk.
At one point, me and my friend were like going on and on about aliens like in front of him, and he was seemingly listening to us. And I stopped for a second and was like, do you think this is the worst thing in the world to listen to us talk about this? I was like, do you want to kill yourself right now? Is Elliott broken?
Did Elliott totally freeze on your end? Because he looks like he's about to make a point.
Oh, there he is. He's back. Oh man.
Is he frozen again?
Oh, there he is. He's
back again.
So to what you were saying, Elliott, about this Ireland thing, this thing that happened in Ireland, the NASA guy was like, so if they can travel the speed of light, then they have technology or if they can travel faster than the speed of light, they have technology that we can't fathom or perceive, which means that we'll probably never see them because their technology is whatever, far beyond our understanding of shit. And so I was like, but do you think they could ever make a mistake and kind of like uncloak themselves like by accident or something? And he's like, well, sure. And so I'm like, okay, well then I'll take that. I'll take that as a NASA scientist.
I'll take that door.
I'll take that. Yeah. I was like, so that is official confirmation from a NASA scientist that maybe some of the stuff that we've seen collectively as humans could be a type of alien craft mistakenly showing itself to us.
I think you handled that really well, Steve. I like listening to the scientist's answer that clearly is pointing you away from the possibility of aliens, finding a little tiny hole and diving fully into that hole.
Like a true fake journalist.
So you're saying aliens are real. Okay, yeah.
Well, years of SourceFed taught me how to find the most.
Yeah. You're like a vampire for clickbait.
I'm like, what's the clickbait title here? NASA
aliens are real?
NASA scientist confirms aliens may be real.
Maybe?
Miley Cyrus XXXXX.
Boobs in the thumbnail, big arrow pointing towards the cleavage. All right. Well, we're reaching the hour point here, kids. Do you guys want to do a would you rather or
I'll do a would you rather just because you said it and now there's an audience expectation, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I like it. Let's do it.
Okay. This one's kind of fun. No, super low stakes, I feel like. Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Who would you rather live with? You have a room available for rent. Who would you rather have live with you? And here's the list, okay? Elliott, start the timer. Okay. Vegan? It's broken again. Oh, there he is. Vegan, hoarder, cosplayer.
Both of those two options, a vegan hoarder?
No. These are all different types of people.
Vegan, hoarder.
So who would you rather live with? A
cosplayer.
vegan, number one, a vegan. Number two, a hoarder. Number three, a cosplayer. Number four, a neat freak. Number five, a war reenactor. Or number six, an exhibitionist. Who would you rather live with in an apartment for two?
I think I have my answer.
Okay, let's hear it.
In order. Top three.
What? Elliott's gone.
Oh my God, he just left. Now I feel like answering without him here feels unjust.
I know. Okay,
There, he's
Elliott.
back.
Yes.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Okay,
All
all right, we're back.
I'm going to go with this.
Okay.
I'm going to go cosplayer.
is the number one choice.
War reenactor, neat freak. That's my order. I think
That's your top 3.
That's my order, I think.
So a cosplayer over everybody.
Yeah. It's just art. They're just doing art.
I agree. And it's fun. It's a fun time.
Can I get the options real quick? You can blow through them.
Of course. Vegan, hoarder, cosplayer, neat freak, war reenactor, exhibitionist.
Oh, wow. Okay, I got it. I'm going to go number 1. This might be a weird one. Vegan. Number 2, neat freak.
Wow.
Number 3, I mean, a war reenactor and a cosplayer. One's just a more specific.
Essentially the same thing. One's
kind
just
of the same.
One's just a historical cosplayer.
Mm-hmm. Although
Definitely
I would say war reenactors are kind of a type.
They are. They're a little different.
The hoarder is the worst for sure.
The hoarder is the worst. Yeah, for sure.
I guess maybe cosplayer, as long as they kept it in their room, didn't pop out at me and be all scary.
Yeah. Quite honestly, the only person I don't want to live with is the hoarder. That's it.
Yeah.
Like I could live with the rest of them. And like Elliott said, vegan number 1, I could put vegan to number 1 because they're going to teach me some culinary cool tricks.
Right.
You know?
And out of nearly 8,000 people, the number 1 choice is cosplayer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For sure. I agree with that because the arts and kind of like, that's fun. And I don't know. I'm a nerd, so I'm like into that. The number 2 choice.
I just feel like it doesn't have to affect you, right? Like the cosplayer, most of these people are just doing things in their own room.
It's like, do you want to live with a nerd, kind of like a big dumb nerd?
Yeah, and I don't really want it to come home to like, what is it, like
hot glue
Optimus
and fabric
Prime
everywhere.
Like if I come home and like Optimus Prime is in the kitchen, I might get annoyed after a while. But for the first little bit, I'd be like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But then once a year, you're like, hey, look, Tracy. Her name's Tracy in this scenario.
I bet it is.
Okay.
Tracy, look.
Men can be cosplayers too.
Well, Tracy could also be a man, so I don't know what you're doing.
I heard Dick Tracy.
Yeah, dude. Don't be a dick.
That's the last name.
Yo, Tracy, I've been thinking about my Halloween costume this year, but I don't think I could make it. I was looking to maybe be a Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tracy's like, bitch, you
got
this up with enough lead time that I got you.
Yeah, your Halloween costumes will always be tight because you got a cosplayer there. Yeah.
And they'll be out of the house for conventions a fair amount.
Elliott, that's true. That's true. Yeah. You get the house to yourself sometimes during those conventions.
Can I give a curveball on this conversation?
Sure.
And God, I hate the world we live in. Because I'm not trying to be judgmental. But can you guys give me like a positive of living with a hoarder?
You probably would find a lot of stuff that you don't gotta buy yourself. If you just kind of,
maybe you learn to
find some unopened toothpaste tubes every now and then.
You learn to tolerate others.
Yeah, there's that.
Personal growth. Yeah.
Personal growth.
But I feel like this is like a boundary situation where you're like, I'm trying to fix this other person.
Yeah, like who's going to pick that is what you're saying.
More than fix myself.
Yeah, it's a psychological, you got a problem. You're inviting a problem. Whereas all the other ones seem just like you're either doing a hobby or you're making like a good statement.
We're kind of ignoring the exhibitionist. Because the
that one would be
exhibitionist
weird.
Is someone who's like, this is what I believe in. I'm going to walk around naked.
It depends on what the exhibitionism is, though. Like the thing about an exhibitionist is that we can't assume that we know what type of exhibitionist.
Right, because if it was nudist, then it would be naked all the time. Exhibitionist could be a different definition.
I could handle. Surprise. Yeah,
could be surprise. Yeah,
I think I could handle
instead of
a lot
Optimus
of it.
Prime in the kitchen, it would be
Optimus
Dong.
And on that note, thanks everybody.
Vagoptimus Dong.
And you can tune in next week for more of these.
Dong.
I wish your ass was out, Elliott.
Anyway, tune in next week, guys.
All right. Well, thanks for
so
listening, guys.
funny.
We appreciate you. Movie games are coming. There's right. What do we got on the movie
We're
games?
close. It's in the warehouse. The warehouse, just like the rest of the shipping lanes, are a little bit backed up, but they're close, and they'll be going out soon. And surveys are going to be going out to everybody so that they can update their addresses and any other personal information that they need to update. But oh my god, like we're like almost there. People are going to be able to fucking play it and tweet out that they have it. And I think we've forgotten that that's a part of this journey that we get to experience.
I know it's happening soon. And when it happens, we should do like a stream or something, or maybe some kind of thing. Once everybody gets it, we could play with the audience or something, or I don't know, whatever. We got to do some kind of thing.
Yep. That's a great idea.
Speaking of some kind of thing, I was thinking it would be kind of fun to have you guys, listeners of this show, the Valleycast, send us in your would you rathers that you would like us to present to each other. That way, maybe we could have some more fun with like things, some more zingers like that. And so we don't. I'll try
to put it in the description when it goes up, so that way people
hashtag VF would you rather?
Yeah, VCast would you rather.
Oh, well, you just changed it. Now
we'll workshop it. We'll put out a prompt asking for people to come up with a hashtag.
Yeah, I think if we do like hashtag VCast WYR.
We could probably just have them leave comments and we'll probably read them.
Comments on this video?
Yeah. Or they could just
tweet
at
they could
us.
just email me at Steve at the Valleyfolk.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about that?
I don't think we're going to get flooded that we need to utilize a hashtag.
Yeah, you might be right. All right, well, if you've got a fun would you rather to present to us, send it to Steve at the Valleyfolk.com, right? Is that our emails? It's our names at the Valleyfolk.com?
No, Steve at the
Yeah.
Yeah.
.com at the end. Anyway, whatever. We're idiots, and we're done with this episode. Goodbye, everybody.